Hi, I'm Clackamas County Sheriff Craig Roberts, and I'd like to give you a tour of our county jail. But first, let's answer a basic question. What is a county jail? Well, a county jail is a local-run detention facility that holds people awaiting trial. If they can afford it, and if a judge allows it, people can post bond to be released from jail while they await their trials. A jail also holds people convicted of misdemeanors serving sentences of 1 year or less. A jail can also hold people waiting to be transferred to prisons or other jurisdictions. A jail is not a prison. Any adult arrested in Clackamas County by city, county, or even federal law enforcement agencies goes to our jail. It's run by our jail deputies in Oregon City. As you may have gathered by now, those deputies have to be ready to handle and help a wide variety of inmates who may have committed a wide variety of crimes. A jail keeps your community safe, but it's much more than a building. And our jail's changed a lot over the last 165 years. The first public building in Oregon was a jail, the first jail west of the Rocky Mountains. It was built in Oregon City in 1845, and it was 2 stories tall, 18 square feet, and made of wood. It burned down in 1846, and a second jail was built in 1854.
This 8-by-4-foot steel box may have been used as a temporary jail when other accommodations weren't available. It's windowless, seats 2 uncomfortably, and may be over 150 years old. When the county's 5th courthouse was built in 1884 in Oregon City, the county jail moved into the basement.
The 6th and final courthouse opened at the same location in 1937. Its basement jail became overcrowded, and a determined prisoner could reportedly cut through the weak steel grating with a knife.
The federal government refused to approve it for holding federal prisoners, so Clackamas County Jail moved into its own facility in 1960. Originally, it could hold 86 prisoners. The jail was remodeled in 1981, raised that capacity to 164. In 1990, another addition added 300 beds, administrative space, and new medical and booking facilities. 30 beds were later converted to an in-house laundry, leaving the number of jail beds to 434. The jail hit a snag in 2002 when 84 jail beds had to be closed due to budget cuts.
I was part of a Blue Ribbon Committee of citizens and local leaders formed in 2005. We researched the jail's budget issues. We made recommendations that led to a levy being placed on the fall 2006 ballot. Citizens passed that levy in November 2006.
This allowed us to reopen all 84 jail beds and hire more deputies. It also allowed us to free fewer inmates due to jail overcrowding. In 2007, we launched an inmate work crew program.
It employs inmates to do work outside of the jail, including trash and graffiti cleanup, brush clearing, and other public beautification projects. One of the things that Sheriff Roberts felt was important was to show the public that he's committed to not only holding offenders accountable, but having them give back.
Well, the jail is a small city. About 14,000 offenders are booked and processed at the Clackamas County Jail each year. They enter the facility through the Sally Port.
In the booking area, prisoners spend time in a temporary holding cell. They're searched, photographed, electronically fingerprinted, and pre-classified. Their property is taken and stored. Uniforms are color-coded to inmate type. Black stripes indicate maximum custody. Blue indicates a member of the general jail population, and orange or green indicates trustees or low-risk work crew inmates who enjoy greater privileges than other inmates.
Prisoners are separated by gender, of course, but they're also sorted by disciplinary level, custody level, and other factors.
The jail's 2 stories of cell blocks are organized in what's called a linear configuration. It's an older, indirect form of supervision, with 80 prisoners assigned to each deputy station.
We employ 159 full and part-time employees at the jail.
Our medical unit features staff, nurses, and on-call doctor. Prisoners get a physical if they're jailed more than 30 days. More serious injuries and procedures mean a trip to the hospital under armed escort.
The jail spends almost $150,000 per year on psychotropic medications for our inmates. We estimate that 30% of offenders booked at the jail suffer from some sort of mental illness. We also estimate that the number of inmates with some type of mental health issue reaches 75 to 80%.
Our Crisis Intervention Team program teaches jail staff how to supervise inmates with mental health issues. We work closely with the National Alliance on Mental Illness and local mental health agencies to develop this program.
The jail also has a library of donated books, a common day room, and video conferencing so prisoners don't have to travel to all their court appearances. The jail also has its own laundry service using inmate labor, and the jail kitchen serves about 39,000 meals every month. We also help inmates help themselves by providing them with AA and NA meetings, religious services, adult education, and even an inmate law library. And we have to be prepared for emergencies. The Sheriff's Corrections Emergency Response Team, or CERT team, is trained to handle riots and other crisis situations. After their release, we do everything we can to help jail inmates re-enter normal life. Our partners at Community Corrections provide a number of services to people after their incarceration. This includes probation, parole, and post-prison supervision, inpatient and outpatient drug and alcohol treatment, work release, and community service. Community Corrections also provides victim services.
Clackamas County is a very progressive county in that it has a post-conviction victim services program. Crime victims have the right to offender photos, to be aware of the times when there are violations of the probation conditions, and to learn of when a person's supervision ends.
Community Corrections supervises individuals convicted of all offenses, but pays special attention to those individuals most at risk to reoffend.
We're trying to break that cycle, we're trying to break the cycle of people getting rearrested, going to jail, getting rearrested, going to jail. Our job and our mission is to break that cycle. So once they get arrested and they go to jail and they come to us, that they don't get rearrested again.
Of the 6 largest counties in Oregon, Clackamas County has the lowest recidivism rate for both parole and probation.
Looking ahead, our jail has been audited and assessed by the National Institute of Corrections and the Oregon State Sheriff's Association. Oregon Jail Standards Board has given the jail a 97.4% compliance rating, one of the highest grades in the state. We're proud of our jail and the deputies and support staff who work here. But as Clackamas County grows, we're facing some challenges. We're working with the community to find solutions, and a new Blue Ribbon Committee convened in spring of 2011 to examine those challenges. Together, we can find a way to keep Clackamas County safe.